I feel good. I made a comment my freshman year to George that we'll get the bucket back, but unfortunately last year, due to COVID, we didn't have a chance to play IU. So being able to get the bucket back, not only means a lot to me and the team, but it just means a lot for Purdue and all. When you get to beat IU at home, in sold out arena or crowd, it's an amazing feeling, and the fans are just electric.
Jeff just mentioned that you came off Northwestern not knowing kind of your status for the week. And just how did you kind of work your way through to be able to play today?
It was tough. So I didn't practice the whole week. I went through walkthrough on Friday. I had a little hip injury and a quad strain. My hip was fine, but I think the quad was the most difficult thing today. Anytime I tried to plan or get out of breaks, it was very tough. But I knew that I had to be out there for my teammates and to get the bucket back, like I said.
Why were you guys able to turn things around this season the way you did after obviously last season went the way last season went?
I think we just had a mindset that we wanted, like Milton said last week in the press conference, we wanted more. We knew that we had a good team and we just had to put in the work. And I think that offseason, that winter, we came together as a team. We were more of a brotherhood than just individuals. And I think that each guy in the locker room didn't want to let the guy to the next to them down.
Was there anything that happened during that off week after the Minnesota game that sparked you guys, or just maybe pointed you guys in the right direction?
I think we knew we let one get away from us. I think we came into the game thinking that we were just going to beat Minnesota, but obviously it was a great team that we played, and they got the best of us that night. And I think that was just a sour feeling in our mouth, and I think that we just, on that bye week, we knew that we had to work extremely hard because at the time Iowa was top 5 and ended up being number 2 in the country. So we knew that we had to come in our A game against them.
You go through the ceremony today. Is that an indication you're not coming back, that you're just going to move on to?
I'm not sure yet, but if it was my last game, I wanted to go through this celebration because I graduated in May. So that's why I just wanted to be able to go through the celebration if I'm not coming back. I haven't sat down and talked to my family about anything. So over these next few weeks, that's the conversation I have with my parents.
Will you be good to go for the bowl game?
Yeah, I should be good.
Will you play in it? You plans to opt out at all?
I haven't really thought about it much yet. I had a big game today, and the most important thing this weekend after the Northwestern game was to come in and beat IU. So I haven't really thought about the bowl game or talked to Coach Brown about anything.
Just the way Aiden played down the stretch, did anything change in him? Anything change with the offense that really amplified his strengths, or just what was working in the passing game here the last 5-6 games, whatever it's been?
I really don't think anything's changed. I think we just really bought into what Coach Brown and what the coaching staff was bringing to the table with us. We knew that we were an explosive offense at the beginning of the season, but we just couldn't score in the red zone. And through practice, that was the emphasis going against our defense. And our defense, they've been playing their tails off. So we knew that if we could score against them, we could score against almost any defense in the country. So I think executing in practice and being able to translate it to the game, that was just a big thing.
Why is Aiden so locked in?
I don't know. It's crazy. I talked to my teammates. I think if we would have won more games, he could be in consideration for Heisman. Just the last solid games that he's put in, just the consistency that he's also put in too.
You've talked about when you came here that you wanted to change kind of the mindset, the culture around Purdue, and what the kind of national story was around Purdue. With this potentially being your last game here. Do you think you've accomplished that goal? And what do you think the future is of this program?
Yeah, I definitely think I accomplished it going off of my freshman year. I think we won 4 games, and then last year, of course, we won 2. So those were pretty disappointing seasons. And for us to win 8 games this year, and the possibility to win our 9th game is huge for the program. Our basketball team is, I think, ranked top 2 in the country. The volleyball team is doing well. The soccer team had a pretty good season. So it's just not the football team; it's the whole athletic department. To be able to continue to win and to show that Purdue is, a winning school. That was my number one thing coming to Purdue is, to win the most games that I can possibly, and to change the narrative of Purdue.
How come it was so important to you to play today after you had the thing happen?
It was extremely important. I wanted to be out there for my teammates. They always had my back. When I got my concussion versus Notre Dame, I had numerous guys reach out to me, and I knew that I give my all for those guys. And, even though I didn't practice this week, it was a lot of conversation amongst the team. Am I going to play? But I knew what I was going to do, and I knew what my body was capable of doing today.
What does actually getting to hold the bucket mean to you as an Indiana guy?
It means a lot, you know, watching it and seeing it on TV. Until you're actually in there and actually playing the game, and to win the way that we did today, it was just exciting feeling for those fans. You know, sold out crowd for the third time this year. Just being able to win for them is just a huge honor. And the whole week, you know, Coach Shep was saying, no matter what we did versus Michigan State, no matter what we did versus Iowa, if we don't win this game today, you know, the whole season basically is trash. And that if IU was able to win this game, you know, it'll help them build more confidence into next season. So I think with us winning this game, I think that kind of, you know, made our season pretty good.
Hey, just the season you guys have gotten from Milton, ever since those first few games of the year when he shook off he had some drops early on, but ever since then he's had a great year. Just what have you kind of seen from him?
Just growth. You know, we had a talk in the beginning of the year. He was kind of frustrated that he wasn't getting the targets, and I just told him, you know, stay patient. But it's easy for me to say because, you know, I get a lot of targets, I get a lot of attention. But, you know, he stayed true to himself, and, you know, he stayed after, worked tremendously, and obviously showed off. He had 3 touchdowns last week, had some big catches this week, and pretty much the whole season he's been consistent, you know, making tough third down catches when we need them and just making unbelievable catches. I'm very proud of him.